welcome back to Knits, Hooks, and Needle. I am Ashley, and I am doing Bucilla's Nostalgia Baseball, designed by Linda Gillum. I do believe that's how you say it. It's a, what is it? A 10 by 16 count, or no, 10 by 16 inch, 14 count Aida fabric with about 39 colors. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on today. I hope everybody had a good weekend. So if you can see some of my threads over here, I have the new phone setup for all of this. Looks like I might have to just get done with this one, and yeah. And I hope everybody's had a good weekend. Mine was not too bad. My son went to his first high school event. He was a little apprehensive, but then he had someone to go with. Let's see, where are we at? Right there. I want to say that's this one, isn't it? Okay, so it's the one below. I have like a totally different setup over here right now, so it's a little weird to look up at my graph paper. Oh, and before I really start, I do a bit of the royal column, you know, my own variant of it, and some parking. I wasn't sure if I was going to like parking. I don't mind it. I find the fact that I don't use as much thread. See, that's where I'm like, you know what? I might just thread this underneath on top, even though I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, so a bit of my own variant of the royal column. Sorry if the camera is shaking. Again, I don't have like an amazing setup, but it works. There we go. I'm gonna see if I got my scissors. Okay, cool. I am so sorry if you're hearing little noises. I have two different phones. What is funny is that when I went to just get some stuff fixed on my account, I don't like going through the top anymore for that reason. I was just going to activate a older phone for my third line, because I've had a third line for years, but I've never actually used it. Let's see, what is this one? Upside down triangle. Okay. And I never actually asked for it when I got it. So it was really odd. You know, I just went to go get my son his own phone because his school was having trouble contacting me. Sorry, I did not have this one labeled. Now I gotta look. His son, my son was having trouble. His school was having trouble contacting me, so I just got him a cell phone so that it's a little bit easier to, you know, get a hold of me. And I see, okay, I don't have any more of that right there. Odd. And since then, see, that's not very much. Since then, they just gave me like a third line because there was, you know, get a second line, get a third one free. It was a couple of years ago. I don't even think I can do much with this one. Okay, I moved my little bag of threads here. And so I got a third line, even though I didn't want to. I just wanted the second line. So for, I don't know, I want to say maybe 4 years I've had a third line, but it was not even, you know, it wasn't active. It was not an active line. I don't think that's the right color. Yeah, definitely not. And so I was just going to use an old phone that my brother gave me for my phone, and then use my old phone for the old line. Well, my brother's old phone, they said, wasn't going to be compatible. Sorry, just chatting and trying to think at the same time. And so they just said, okay, let's give you this one. You know, this one is free right now with some sort of I don't think that's the right color either. Promotion deal going on. See, that's a good color, but it's not the right one. And so I was like, okay, fine. And a little too light. Yeah, it's too light. I like it, but it's too light. So now my new phone has, you know, it's used for my line. My son got a new phone, and then so my old phone is now the third line, which is so weird. And what's funny is I'm probably, you know what, that's just not the right color. It's probably never going to actually get used. And I know you're wondering, why do I have it anyway? Well, that's because they gave it to me and I didn't really ask for it. I don't know. I sometimes think that they try to do stuff just so that they can get extra commission, and they kind of do it a little underhandedly. I mean, I remember that day of getting my son his own phone. And, you know, I had no intention of buying 2 phones. I was just getting him a phone. I swear, I better have this color. That one's just too light. Way too light. Let's see it. And so now, at least though, with the whole phone thing, I don't think that's the right color. That's more like this one. Yeah, it's this color here. But I do like it because now I have more room on either phone to do videos that are a little bit longer. And I don't have so much trouble uploading them after I edit them. I'm going to be so shocked if I don't have any more of that color, because I really don't need that much more. I think from what I can tell, it's probably just going to be the last bit of it right here. It goes right here. The last bit of it that I'm probably going to need. But yeah, my son had his first event for school. You know, I don't think he was actually thinking of ever going to any of the school events. But then he started making more friends because, you know, he's in high school now, so, you know, it's not middle school. It's not the same old people. He gets to meet new people, and he's made a couple of friends already, which is great. And I guess since they all were wanting to go, he decided, okay, fine, I'll go. And he ended up having a lot of fun. And I told him, you know, I know it seems weird to be, this may not be, it looks like the right color. I know it may seem odd to like get involved in school activities, not that you have to do all of them, but it is good to do at least some, because then you can get some good memories out of it, especially if you're still friends with the same people after graduation. Sorry, it's taking me a while to get started here. And I think I did a few activities while I was in school. Okay. I'm going to go one by one on this one just a little bit. So I want to, okay, I think I know how I'm going to do this one. I'm glad he was having fun though. You know, there's good points. I know school's not a favorite of everybody's, and that's understandable. There's varying reasons why someone may not be a big type person for high school, and they may not have good memories. Mine are kind of mixed. I went to 2 different high schools because I moved around quite a bit, but luckily I only had to go to 2 different high schools. I've gone to a lot of elementary schools though. Oh, okay, that went over 2 more. That's okay. We'll fix it. Just go one on this one and it'll make it a little bit easier. Do think I grabbed the right color. I hate how it's lumpy right here, but I was trying to hide my tiny bit of leftover thread. And it started to get a bit cooler, mostly in the mornings. And then it gets it's kind of like a late fall feeling in the mornings. I'm supposed to go one by one. And then it just gradually gets to like where you could define it somewhere between summer. I dropped 1/2 of my thread. That is weird. Now I got to figure that out. So yeah, it gets a little bit warmer around 3. And then it starts gradually cooling off. And then it's kind of chilly around, oh, I don't know, at some point in the morning, you know, early morning, it gets kind of cold again. So you're wearing like maybe a light coat, like a jean coat, or a light sweater in the morning to, like, you know, you can just be fine wearing a long sleeve maybe, or a t-shirt and a light coat in the afternoon. If not, without just the coat, it just being like a t-shirt. I know I'm gonna have to have more of this one. Probably should have just finished it all the way. That's okay though. I will just park this one though, because I mean, I can go a little bit further with it, but that will be the other part of the square. I've been having fun with, you know, it being Halloween month and watching, like during the day, I'll watch more family-friendly Halloween type movies, you know, since I have one child. Even though they are an adult, they can't, you know, they can't exactly watch that type of stuff. You know, I probably could have gone up a little bit higher. Oh, wait. No, I'm just looking at something real quick. So it's supposed to be mostly this one right here. That's okay. It's mostly this one because it has this color here, but it was supposed to be more like 2 rows. It's okay. And then for this one, there's going to be one right here. I might just do that. Hold on. Let me put this one down real quick, just so I don't confuse myself. I don't think it will change it that much when it's finished though. And I got some Halloween decorations up already. I don't have a whole lot. You know, I know I have one of those door covers, but you know what? For the life of me, I cannot figure out what I did with it. Maybe I threw it out and just don't remember. So we will go down. So there's 3 and then 3. Okay. Come on. You can do it. That reminds me, while I'm doing this, I gotta look at a piece of mail that I have. Go 3 and then 1. Yeah, and then later in the evening we do, I do when I'm by myself and it's just me, I'll do like a scary movie, you know, without the kids around. And then on the weekends, my son and I try to find a movie that we'll watch together. You know, even though at his age you would think, oh my gosh, he's watching scary movies, you know, like It, which I actually finally got to see for the first time ever. I was just really apprehensive initially, but my son helped me watch that one without feeling too awkward with, you know, the type of horror film that it is, because I almost felt a little bad. Let's see. Park it right up here again. But this weekend we're going to do Candyman, because I have not seen the new one yet. And he's the type of person that will laugh at horror films. He's a little kooky that way, you know? I'm trying to thread this, I'm sorry. And so it's actually hilarious watching him just giggle at horror films. Oops. Yeah, I'll try to take some pictures and put them up on my Instagram of the very minute amount of Halloween decor. We have a little doorbell thing. It looks like an eye, so you ring the doorbell. You have to hang it up. You ring the doorbell, and I think it might need new batteries or something, but so the eye opens up, and it'll say some sort of like, you know, creepy phrase, and that's really cool. But I only put that up like on Halloween, even though we don't get a whole lot of trick-or-treaters. I still put it up just in case. I like it, so I just don't have that one up yet. But then we have like some black and purple bat garland, and I have that up over a window. I don't know what you would call this other stuff. It kind of looks like a you know, wear-torn cloth, I guess is what you would call it. It looks like wear-torn, you know, it's been ages since it's been refreshened and stuff. And we have that on the fan, and my son was the one that did that, and then he wrapped it with, I think you would call that more of like an orange garland. It's like a mesh kind of garland that I think you would use for those Halloween trees that some people do. I've never done one of those. I think the idea sounds cool, but I don't think I'll ever do it. I hear people walking. I'll have to go check to see if my neighbor has a package again, because she's gone for a bit. And I'm keeping an eye on packages for her. Yeah, that definitely, okay, I can hear a truck that sounds like it. And then I also have, it's really hard to see and I want to put it up in the window, but we have a floodlight that hits our window. And so you can't see it very well. But we have a light up like spider's web, and it has a spider on it. I love the idea of having it up in a window. Just when you have a floodlight facing your apartment, it kind of ruins the effect and you can't see it worth anything. And so I thought maybe I'll just move that and go put it on one of the walls in the front room that doesn't have a whole lot going on it anymore. Because I moved around a lot of stuff, so there's all this space over there. And I thought that would be kind of a good spot just to put holiday decor. And then some like autumn type lights. I got ones that are little tiny leaves. And then there's another one that I'm trying to find because I don't know where I put it. And they look kind of like, I won't say candy corn, but they have the colors that kind of remind you of candy corn. Eventually I'll get more Halloween decorations. Oh, and I do have a skull candle, so it's a black skull, but when you light it, there's red wax on the inside that kind of, you know, leaks out, so it looks like it's, you know, leaking red fluid. I think that thing's almost gone though. And I used to have some autumn table cloth, but I don't have the table up right now, so I don't know what I would do with that. And then like a door hanger. I might just have to loop end at this. I have a door hanger that has like a silver skull with like a black border. See if I can get this. Yeah, not much left. I think it would be better just to loop end it. There we go. See if I can do this, considering how short the needle is. See, I might have to pull it all the way out just to, sorry, I gotta move around the camera real quick. I want to make sure it's actually in there. Oh, and since I have a new follower, I have to look at my other phone for her name just so I can give her a shout out. Give me a second. And she left many very sweet comments on my videos, so I enjoy that. Let me grab my other phone, because since it's still logged into everything else, it makes it easier for me to look at stuff sometimes. Okay. It is, let me get onto YouTube here. CPU channel. Let's see. I think since I don't have the I don't know if I have comments on here, so let me mute my phone real quick so I can, okay, not that one. Oh, I know she commented on this one, hold on. Okay, so it's the Okie Stitcher, and I'm going to guess that maybe she's from Okie, the Okie area. I know where that's at. Thank you, Okie Stitcher. Oh, I don't think I need this just yet because I need 2 rows of that. Okay, let's get that one. That one is the $sign. If I can find it here. Okay, I apparently don't have that one threaded onto my thing either. Oh, goodness me. I don't know if that one might be the right color. Give. Let me have it. I think it'd be a little too short though. It is the right color, but this is a little short, making it difficult to use. No, definitely not it. This one I will put for the triangle one, whichever card it's on. Oh, It's on that card. Okay. I want to try to keep everything back where I'm supposed to put it. Gotten into the very horrible habit of not putting stuff back. Okay. Now to look through all these other threads that I have bunched together. I want to see if that looks it, but that one looks a little greeny. Yeah, it looks a little greeny. That one's too light. I guarantee I still have some of this one left. I just need to find it. See, this is the thing, folks. Make sure you keep your threads organized and don't just leave them about everywhere, because that's just not a good habit. I'm pretty sure I have more of this one. I don't think I overused too much of it. I think I got some way up at the top here, but that's for the baseball looking thing. Let's see. That's not quite the right color. This one, I don't know, that may not be it. No. But yeah, keep your threads organized. This is not a good example. That one's too short. I have a bunch of short ones. I might. This one looks like it might work. Let me try to get it out here. Almost. Need it just a little bit more, like a lighter color. It's amazing how close colors can be on here. And that's what's been getting me frustrated, is when they're so close together. And sometimes you won't notice until, you know, you're a few stitches in and you realize that you don't have the right color. Oh, I want to say that's it. But it's buried in there. You know what? I might have to just skip it for a bit and come back and look for it. I think that's what I'll do. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. We'll just do this one. We'll do this nice little green. Okay, so for this little green, oh, okay, I did have that one. Let me make sure I'm going to look at my little thing. You know what? I mean, not that this is bad, but I think this was supposed to be a slightly different color. So you know what? That's not bad. Actually, I kind of like it. It adds more depth to the sides, at least. That's probably why I couldn't find that one color. I'm going to finish this one up here. Looks like I didn't finish it. There we go. Oops, wrong spot. I'm going to go one-on-one on this one since it's, you know, just a short bit of thread. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if you can hear my tummy burp. Not a growl, tummy burp. I've had breakfast, I promise. I have to make myself, you know, do breakfast at a specific time in the morning because I suffer from chronic migraines. And so it's been going on for a couple of years now, but recently I've changed medication and it has helped. And ever since this past July when I had a really bad episode, I've been doing the migraine diet, which, you know, just basically what you do is you omit foods that have been found in people who suffer migraines. Not every single one of them, just, notable ones that have actually been found and everything to be potential triggers. So food triggers. I just dropped my thread. So you omit those from the diet. And it really isn't that restrictive depending on how you eat before doing it. It's really not that restrictive. I mean, if you're already pretty much a healthy eater like me, it's really not that restrictive. I'd have to say the only part that kind of made me sad was having to not really do chocolate. And I like chocolate, but it has caffeine in it. Different, like for different types, they have varying amounts. And since I started cutting down on my chocolate or my caffeine consumption, I'm now on 3/4 of a cup of half calf coffee in the morning. So that's like, oh gosh, I know that can vary too on brand. I think if I remember right, on this app I use to track my nutrition, not MyFitnessPal, it's Chronometer. It actually tracks caffeine as well, and water, and like all these other nutrients that MyFitnessPal does not show on, at least as far as I know, not on the paid version. Definitely not on the free version. And so I use that to track nutrients and how much caffeine I have. And it's been really helpful. I even decided, okay, fine, I'm going to go back to doing my vitamins. I wait till about noon to have them so that, the caffeine doesn't affect how you absorb your vitamins and minerals. So I take them about noon. Of course, that is if I really do need to. With Chronometer, I can see how much of each nutrient that is told to be beneficial for migraines. I can look at how much I've had. Hold on. I better dismiss the one on my other phone. And then if I know I need to catch up on some, I will take my vitamins. If I'm good, I don't worry about it. And then you can look at how much water you've had, because not everyone is aware. This is something I learned in my nutrition class in college. That foods, of course, do have water. That's why they're moist. And I don't think people think about counting water intake when it comes to their food. But, so it includes that kind of water, and then you can add your individual cups at the top, which oddly enough seem to be, when you add a glass of water, like 8 ounces, it goes into your breakfast category and not, uncategorized, which I think it should, personally. So I think all the rest of this is just a color block. Okay, cool. Not much color change then. And so then I can know how much water I've had, and I mix up, my glasses of water. Since I am doing the 3/4 cup of caffeine, I still technically count the water, even though I don't know how much water caffeine pushes out of the body, because, it's a diuretic. I actually think I should look that up, because I don't know. And then I have Gatorade powder, and sometimes I use that for if I'm not feeling too hot, then I'll have Gatorade powder, and it does help me feel better. Oops, I dropped one of the threads. Hold on. Decaf tea or herbal tea, because herbal tea has no caffeine in it. And just because something says decaf doesn't mean it's like free from completely of caffeine. It just means it's had some taken out of it. It's kind of weird wording. So yeah, so Gatorade herbal tea, and sometimes just plain water. Because then that way it doesn't feel boring to me, and I have a better chance of keeping up with my water if there is, a variant in how I take it in. And so far it's been good. I still suffer migraines. I get about, I think I've had 5 so far this month, but they've been, for the most part, shorter and less intense. But, still there. Still have to take either ibuprofen, Aleve, or my prescription. I always try to do my over-the-counter medication first. And if it's not helping, then I use my prescription, sorry. But yeah, there's like foods you can't have, and by the way, the diet, it varies on how long you do it. Some people see results really quickly, and that might be because how severe and frequent their migraines might be compared to someone else. I've been following the Dizzy Cook. I actually heard about her while I was doing my capstone project in college, and it was about the social and anthropological aspects of migraines. So you're looking at it through not completely, I won't say medical, but a social science type lens, and trying to bring together people as a community, the migraine community, that they aren't alone. I know this is not a new idea, but looking at it through a sociological and anthropological lens, using UXR, which is user experience research techniques, to gather information and to interpret data. You can find some really interesting info that way. And so when I was looking into starting a blog for that, I wanted to look at other blogs that might be, not just about, latest studies on migraines, or, blogs about foods. I mean, yeah, it's great, but I wanted to see if there's anybody else doing something a little bit more personal. And I lost the thread on that again. I don't know if I can thread this. And I found, I can't think of her name. There's Dizzy Cook, and then I found another lady that, she's been blogging about her migraine experience for a couple of years now. I'm going to have to figure out her name. I can see her picture. She uses like kind of like a drawn picture for her, not the logo, but like the little tab thing, I think, that you see at the top of pages. Sometimes they have those. I forget what they're called. It's gonna bug me because I can't think of her name. Oh, Migraine Diva. That's who it is. Migraine Diva. And I did actually get in contact with her and asked her a couple of questions about her blog, for college purposes, because we had to do a lot of work on the capstone project. I majored in interdisciplinary professional studies, which is basically multidisciplinary studies, but it got renamed a couple of years ago for our school anyway. And then I have a minor in anthropology, an emphasis in linguistics, because I was originally trying to do linguistics, but I couldn't make some of the in-person upper level classes. Life is tricky that way. So I used it as my emphasis. And with a certificate in intermediate Spanish, UXR, I think they now call it UXR Pro. I really, don't ask me what the difference is. I don't know. But I think now it's all just Pro. And let me see, human behavioral studies, which is part of the UXR project, or the UXR program. And hold on, there we go. I was about to say this is going to be a whole mess right here if I can't separate these two. And then you see emotional intelligence. So major, I'm just going to repeat that because it's so interesting to see the looks on people's faces when I say my whole entire degree. Interdisciplinary professional studies with a minor in anthropology, emphasis in linguistics, a certificate in intermediate Spanish, UXR, and a micro-credential in emotional intelligence. So, and no, I wasn't intending on making it that much. I'm a bit of a nerd, and I just kind of went hog wild. So, I can't help it. And I am going back for my second bachelor's, this time in business. I'm hoping, if I can pull it off, to get my minor in what is it? Spanish translation. And I will have to take in-person classes for that. And you would not only go up to, C2 level Spanish, you also learn medical and legal Spanish, and you have to be tested in that. And I do live in an area that is about 47% Spanish speaking, and so it's very beneficial in this area to have that skill, especially if I get things going the way I want. Then I'm going to probably run into a lot of Spanish speaking people in what I do for work. Until then, though, I'm on the process of becoming a home health care worker, mostly for my daughter. But I will be eligible to work with at least 4 people within a household. So like, I guess you could say like a group setting with people that need assistance. So it can be a mix of people with disabilities and the elderly that need assistance. And believe me, I never thought I would consider going in this direction when I was younger. But I knew about it a couple of years ago, but I couldn't get into it for the reasons that I wanted until now. So I guess you can say my skill sets are pretty vast. Got all of the academic training, and then you have me sitting here cross-stitching or crocheting or knitting and chatting with people. Well, I guess it helps, though. I mean, the types of jobs I've had were in a lot of dealing with the public, and I think that a lot of us do end up getting skills from that, and also marketing and sales. Not that I'm immensely good at it. And I actually fell into the marketing and sales by accident, actually. I wasn't planning on it, it just happened. So, interesting mix of skills, I guess you could say. At least not a hard stitch today. Go down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to check my phone real quick and see how many minutes. So I want to try to make it like 40. Let's see. Oh, 44. I'm a little over. Okay, let's do this last row then. I've just been chatting away. I'm so sorry. I know one thing I really liked running into the crafter community is that you get a lot of very nice people. People that share the same interests as you. Especially when, I have so much going on in my own life. I actually don't get outside the house very often. So it's been nice just to use this as a way to get to know people that like to craft. So I think I'll have enough for this. It wasn't the whole row. Okay, now, yep, I think I called that correctly. Now, after this, I'll probably get doing some chores and then maybe sit down and do some other crafting. Don't have much else to do today other than make sure the house stays clean, you know, and craft. Maybe I'll watch a movie. I've gotten into watching Resident Alien on Netflix because I never got the chance to see it while it was still on. I don't know what channel it was on, to be honest, but I've been watching it on Netflix and I love it. It's got a great sense of humor. Plus the guy that plays the alien, he's from El Paso, Texas, and I used to live there. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes. I know the beginning was a little bit awkward because, you know, I'm horrible at keeping my stash organized, and I need to, which is weird because I'm organized with everything else, but not my stash. So yeah, it was awkward at first, but thank you for watching. I don't have my nice yummy cup of herbal tea. I have pomegranate and raspberry tea in the cupboard, and it's really good, and I don't even like pomegranate. So stay hydrated. Please give this video a like, and please subscribe if you want to hear me jibber jabber more in videos. And I hope that you stay mindful of yourself. You know, be aware of your actions, your thoughts, your words to others, how everything affects you. If something doesn't benefit you in a way that's healthy, then, you know, go ahead and take steps to being mindful of that and maybe altering it so that it's not affecting you as negatively. And I will see everybody in the next video. And also I do lives. I do lives on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday now. I take Wednesdays off. But yes, everybody have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.